Hey guys, Andrew checking in this week with an updated fishing report for you. We've got some great reports being provided from the staff all across the area, from the Rainy River up near Baudette, Minnesota, down to Chris in south central Minnesota near the Osakis area, and Josh has a report out east in Wisconsin for you guys. That fall bite that we've been talking about is finally starting to take shape. Fish are becoming aggressive and really starting to feed heavily as we continue to progress through the fall season and that water temperature continues to cool. For the Rainy River, initially we were seeing a lot of those smaller fish in the system. However, now we're starting to see a lot of those keeper size fish and those slot fish, those 19.5 to 28-inch walleyes pushing up river, chasing those emerald shiners. So if you guys are looking for a great fall walleye bite, that's a great destination. Sturgeon fishing is also improving as well. We did tangle with a few of those this past weekend. If you guys have any questions, please comment below and we'll get back to you. With that, I will hand it over to Chris and Josh with the reports.
Hey, what's up everyone? Checking in here for another video report. So I just got done fishing. It was a really good day. A lot of activity on top, fishing mainly hoppers. Streams are in good shape. Most of my efforts have been focused on cattle pastures, just getting away from that real tall vegetation. And there's a lot more grasshopper activity in that shorter grass, which in turn the fish are more focused up as opposed to subsurface feeding. Streams are really nice and clear, good water levels. We've had some cooler temperatures this past week. I think it was 70, 71 or 72 today. Good afternoon to get out and throw some big dries. Yeah, I ran to Milwaukee yesterday to check on the salmon situation, and it looks like I'm about a week early, maybe two. We got some colder weather in the forecast. That should help things out and get those migratory fish moving up the tributaries. Checked the Milwaukee and the Menominee River, a handful of different places yesterday. Only saw a couple fish. Fished a little bit, but I don't know, wasn't really expecting much just at the lack of fish we were seeing, so no big surprise there. So I think we got 3 weeks of trout season left down here in the Driftless, and at least for the Wisconsin side of things. And it's some of the best fishing of the season. Big dries on top. A lot of fun. Check you guys next time.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris with some information from the Sauk Center area of Minnesota. This past weekend we set out in search of some crappies. Found water temps around that 55 to 56 degrees. The weather on Sunday was fantastic, not a lot of wind, which made for a nice day on the water. We started our search in the typical late fall, early winter locations for crappies, which typically is in that basin. We started out in that 20 to 24 feet of water, worked all the way out to 38, and found various schools of fish using our electronics. What was key was finding the higher fish in the water column, and we used search baits and baits such as like a jig and wrap, a rip and wrap, jig tipped with a minnow. Any of those seemed to work really well as long as you stayed on the active school and you had to keep moving because the crappies were moving. We got into some nice ones, had a lot of fun. Towards the end of the day, we decided to look for some bigger game fish, some bass, some northerns. So we concentrated on finding some weedy areas where there was a close access to deep water, big drop off. We hit a stretch where we caught 5 or 6 northerns in probably 50 yards. Along with some nice smallies and a couple bass. Casting a spinnerbait, a clack and wrap, a rip and wrap, anything that's got some noise or a good wobble this time of year seems to really trigger that bite. Again, on a weed edge, close to deep water, those bigger predator fish seem to really be feeding. As we move later on into fall, I would anticipate these crappies are going to move out into a little bit deeper water. The bass and northerns should remain pretty active as they kind of bulk up a little bit coming into winter. So as always, tight lines, great luck everyone, and hope to see you out there.
For more information on Fish Addictions TV, check them out on all their social media.